Who's ready for a fucking awesome, probably somewhat controversial show tonight? Who wants to get into some hot water tonight? I mean, the truth is, there's not a whole lot of hot water we can get into because it didn't originate from us. It's one of our sources. And, I mean, we all know why there are 75 of you mother Canuckers in here right now as we go live. How's it going? This is Fandom Empire Live. I'm your host, Sean. We got one hell of a show for you tonight. I'll admit, at 4:30 this morning, I had no fucking idea this was going to happen. None whatsoever. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Sit back and enjoy the next hour or so. Lots to talk about. There is, as Yoda would say. If you're new to the channel as well, we have gotten a lot of shit right. It's not because of us. It's because of the people we know. And if you've been watching this channel, you've heard me say this next line 10,000 times. It's not about what you know, but rather who you know. In a lot of aspects of life, really. I mean, how many times have you gone to a job interview and thought, you know what, I'm going to get that bitch? And then you're passed over because the guy doing the hiring knows somebody else, even though they're not nearly as qualified as you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Toronto Freddy in the house. I know Tommy B's in the house. This might be a bad show to be light on the chat mods. So let's hope some of the other moderators on the channel pop in here and do their thing, because without them, the channel doesn't function quite as smoothly. It is Thursday, February 25th. Is that right? Yes, it's the 25th of February, 2021. I almost said 2001. That's a long time ago. I'm betting some people in this chat were not live, not alive, in 2001. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. Look, there's 85 people in here because of the title of the stream. And unlike a lot of channels, we're not here to sit back and go, so by the way, this is our title, and we're going to talk about it for 2 seconds and then move on and spend the next 55 minutes talking about the Rugrats revival at Paramount+. No, that's not us. If you want to check that out, though, Fandom News Now follows this show almost immediately. There'll probably be about a 15-minute break because I got to help Zach set up. But you guys are here to talk and hear about this guy right here. I'm going to explain how this episode's going to work in a few. Look, I know there are people out there that think that we're a money-hungry channel. And that's just not true. We are so far away from being money-hungry compared to 99% of YouTube channels. That's just the way it is. If we were money-hungry, this YouTube channel, which is qualified like a year ago to have YouTube members, which you pay for, would already be up, and we don't do that. And also, the Patreon for this YouTube channel is way cheaper than a lot of channels. So, let's start off with this, okay? If you have a question that you want read on air or a comment, send in a super chat, and we will read your question and or comment on air. I'll be joined by Tommy B in about 25 minutes' time, and we will read all the super chats that come in. If you take your hard-earned money that you bust your ass for and help the channel out, you will have your comment and or question read. However, we know everybody's not in a position to be able to send money into a small little YouTube channel like our own. And that's fine, because we will take some time to answer the normal chat questions too towards the end of the show. But you guys have to realize there's like 100 of you. Not everybody's getting their question read. So if you want it to be read or your comment to be read for sure, that's the way to do it. Art Wishwood says, hey, Jade, but I don't actually see Jade. Oh, no, Jade is here. Jade is here. All right. So I almost feel like this episode needs some background music. Maybe I'll just play that on low. The best way to do this is let's start with how my day started. And I'm sure, like, if there's 100 people and the show's already just getting started, God knows you're probably like, this fat Canadian fuck doesn't know a goddamn thing of what he's talking about, so let him flap his gums and spew his bullshit. That's not the case. Not the case at all, and I think we have a track record to prove it. That would be insulting to the sources that are kind enough to provide us with the material they provide us with. So in order to do this properly, and I think there's only a couple of people in the chat that knew about this before the stream. My good buddy Intel Wild is one of them. Oscar Barrera sends in a $5 super chat with no question and or comment. Oscar, that is appreciated, sir. Thank you for supporting the channel on that level. If you have a question or comment you want read, just let us know, man. I don't know if maybe you clicked enter too quick or it would have deleted on you or something. KJ says, it seems there were spoilers posted in the chat earlier today. Can you confirm those are legit? If they are, yikes. I didn't see the chat earlier today. I have been swamped. I've been so fucking busy. Truth be told, for us to get the information that we got today, it was probably the worst day it could have happened on. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Sean, it's Fandom Empire Live Day. Why is this the worst day? We just had so much going on, you know. There are, Oscar Barrera has a question, so he did enter it too quickly. He says, my question for Halloween Kills, and that is, how do you think the 1978 will play a role in Halloween Kills? The flashback he's talking about from 78. It plays a significant role in Halloween Kills. We don't get into spoilers here. That's the way that we do the channel. I'm not here to ruin anybody's movie enjoying experience. But make no mistake, we've said plenty of times on this channel before, without the 1978 flashback in Halloween Kills, and believe it or not, we're not actually here to talk about Halloween Kills tonight, but when you send a super chat, if it has to do with Halloween Kills or, God forbid, Rob Zombie's movies, we'll talk about whatever the hell you want. Without that flashback, Halloween Kills does not work. That flashback literally sets up the entire movie. That is how important it is to Halloween Kills. Pardon me. Been talking all day, working all day. Got the happy juice. All right, so let's start from the beginning of the day. I'm laying in bed, getting ready for work, and my phone goes off. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 bloody times. And it's like 4:30 in the morning. And I look down at my phone, and they're emails, and I immediately see who the email's from, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, so obviously, you know, Halloween Kills has switched its release date, or Halloween Kills is going to PVOD, or Halloween Kills has been sold to a streaming service, you know? Or Tommy B is going to fuck himself again. All of the above. It wasn't that at all. This person didn't want to call me because it was 4:30 in the morning, albeit 1:30 in the morning their time locally. And literally, the title of the, I guess it would be the second email, was Halloween Ends Script Leak. Halloween Ends Script Leak. And I know there are some people that are going to be like, no way, the movie hasn't even started shooting, blah, blah, blah. Look, The Force Awakens, the whole movie was out 18 months before it ever came to theaters, before there was hardly anything shot for the film. Everybody knew everything. Anybody who was looking for spoilers or was on Reddit or was on Twitter or follows certain YouTube shows or Star Wars podcasts, they knew a year and a half before The Force Awakens that Han Solo was going to get killed by his son. Spoiler alert. These things happen. I will say I did not expect it to happen with this or this early, considering there's not even an immediate plan to start shooting this thing because of what's going on in the world. There just isn't. And sure enough, it's legit. It is the Halloween end script. There are some points to go over. We're not going to spoil anything. Like, I'm not going to be like, so Michael kills this character by cutting his head off and using it as a soccer ball. It's not going to be anything like that. But what I have is actually, I'll get to that in a second. I read the opening 3 or 4 pages of the script, and it's from the same place and the same fella that sent us the Halloween Kills script long before anybody else had it, or at least before it was widespread. I can't speak for every other individual living on the planet. That would be bullshit. I got 3 or 4 pages in, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to read this. I realize it's beneficial to the channel if I read this whole script now, but this is a movie that might, and I say might, not come out until the year 2023. That's right, not 2022, 2023. That's more than 2 years from now. Remember, the original intent was to shoot these things back to back. So anybody who doesn't think there are versions of Halloween's end script already is fucking dreaming and just doesn't understand how the industry works. Sorry to be rather, blunt like that and probably even borderline rude. But yeah, and I'm certainly not here to diminish what Blumhouse and company are doing with that, but I do think people need to be aware, because if I'm getting this now, that means what? A few weeks, at most a couple of months from now, and it won't be from me. This thing's going to be all over Reddit. And before you have even seen Halloween Kills, you're going to have jackasses going on to Facebook groups you're a part of, or, Twitter chats you're a part of, and they're going to spoil everything. Jesse says there's like 9 fake kill scripts out there. Yes, but Jesse, I feel like the one that we possess is most certainly not fake. And I feel like, considering when we started talking about the kill script and then all the images and teaser spots and micro trailers that have come out, everything that we've reported has lined up with that. I just, there's people that want to avoid spoilers. I know that we have regulars that watch this channel that are not watching tonight because they don't want to be spoiled because of a potential slip. So one of these things is to let everybody know, if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go on to Reddit. Don't go on to Twitter, because this shit's going to leak everywhere sooner rather than later. So this is the way it's going to work. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Apologies. I feel pressure because we're on a time limit tonight, and we got to be off at a certain time, about 40 minutes from now or so. So anyways, I didn't read the script. I read a few pages. I exchanged emails with him back, and I said, look, if you've already read it, oh, that was an echo. If you've already read it, give me some bullet point form stuff, Don't spoil the ending for me. I do not want to know that. But give me some stuff that happens that's not going to, rock my core, and a little bit about what the movie's about. So he sent me 21 points in total, 15 of which I have written down right here. And we're going to talk about some of these points. If the chat is healthy and going well, and, Look, at the end of the day, in order to do the shows that we do, we need people to click that like button. Looks like this. Thumbs up. Click the like button. 120 of you guys in here, 48 likes. Let's get some more love in here. And, as long as people are clicking the like button and being friendly in the chat and sending in the odd super chat here or there, as long as this is going smooth, I will continue to read the points. However, I'm letting everybody know right now that we have a very loyal Patreon fan base, and I've saved 6 of those points for Patreon, and they will only be discussed with our patrons. It's the least we can do for people that support us on that level. But the other 15, we'll see how many we get to in the time that we have. And, without further ado, though, I don't even know if he's ready for it yet, but I figure we've been on for 20 minutes. I said I'd try to go 30 minutes. Actually, you know what? I'll wait 10 minutes. If you're listening, Tommy B, I'll wait 10 minutes and then bring you on. So, let's get to this. For shits and giggles, 120, I want to try a social experiment right now. If you guys want to get to these Halloween Ends points, and remind you, none of these are spoilers, but it will give you an idea of what the film's about and how it happens and when it happens and some people that might be involved in it. Oh, sorry, I missed a super chat. Thank you, Jade. I think I missed a few of them. Let me get back here. All right. Anthony Stanfield, why does my cat's breath smell like cat food? Ask Tommy B. He's the cat guy. Jay Ryan says, so like we discussed, they should make a flashback of Michael going to kill Nichols Hardware. Michael going to Nichols Hardware and getting the mask and rope and knife. That'd be amazing. Jay and I had a conversation about that off air. I think it'd be an incredible flashback. And I think it'd be fun to do, fun to visit. I don't know if there's a lot of purpose to it, but it'd be cool. A nice little callback at the very least. Intel Wild sends in a super chat. Tommy B really needs to stop fucking himself. I don't think that's ever going to happen, man. I think that's for life. Matt Whitfield says, hit that like button, everybody. And Jesse says, on Facebook, the Fandom Empire Den. Jesse, thank you very much for that. By the way, if you don't know how to follow us, it's literally on the graphic below. Twitter and Instagram is FandomEmpireNow. Patreon, we do a couple of shows a month over there. www.patreon.com/FandomEmpire. And then on Facebook, we have the Halloween Newsnet page. We have the Future of Halloween group. But the primary place to keep up with this little growing community is the Fandom Empire Den on Facebook. Toronto Freddy says, the Fandom Maniacs. Yes, that is the nickname for our patrons now. There's a group coming for them soon. And if you're going to be a patron or possibly a YouTube member, I don't know if we'll ever do that or not. I think Patreon's enough, quite frankly. Mitchell Kinley's in the house. Mitchell, haven't seen you in some time, sir. Hopefully you had a fantastic Christmas and a happy new year. And I know the last time we spoke, I know things weren't going too well for you, man. And I just wanted to say that I absolutely appreciate it, what you did for us. I remember that night very fondly, sir. Have not forgotten it. And that's the other thing. There might be 130 people in here, but if you've been in this channel before or supported us on any level, whether it's financially or just clicking the like button or speaking positively about our growing community, we probably recognize you. And Mitchell hasn't been here in a good minute. Maybe Mitchell's a code name for something else. Maybe Mitchell is actually John Carpenter. No. Look, we appreciate all the support. Let's get to this, guys. All righty. I think we're caught up on the super chats. Again, everything that comes into the channel in some way or form goes back into the channel. We are growing. We have new shows. Fandom News Now follows this immediately. Kieran has his Rick and Morty fan show on Tuesdays. Fandom Empire Star Wars show. Without all you guys, none of that happens. Kieran says, not too much, guys. Shitty mood, but I like seeing this crowd. You guys rock. Kieran, smile and just remember that your Habs don't have Austin Matthews. All right, let's get to this. Who is ready to talk some Halloween Ends and find out a little bit about this movie? If you're ready to talk about Halloween Ends right now, for shits and giggles, just put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready to get this shit going and you want to get to these points, and like I said, we have 15 of them to read. We'll see how many people hit the like button, how many people send in super chats. We'll keep reading them as long as it's active and go from there. But if you guys want to talk Halloween Ends, just type in the number 1 in the chat, and let's see how many people are ready for this. Only one person wants to talk Halloween Ends. All right, so instead, let's talk about the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. No, there are the number 1s. There we go. Everyone's ready. Zay Plays is really ready. He sent in about 11,000. All right, let's start off here, and I hear some shit going on upstairs. All right. So there's been a debate. Does Halloween Ends take place on the same night? You've heard guys like myself, we watched a movie, Dave McCrae, Jimmy Champagne, all say, to our knowledge, does Halloween Ends take place on the same night? We've also had some people come out and say, I don't see how it's possible Halloween Ends takes place on the same night as Halloween 2018, as Halloween Kills. Kieran wants us to talk about Leprechaun. Probably not going to happen. And the answer is yes. Halloween Ends takes place on the same night as Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends takes place on the same night as Halloween Kills and Halloween 2018. Is anybody surprised about that? Is anybody really shocked that Halloween Ends takes place on the same night as Halloween Kills and Halloween 2018? I'm not, because if you're someone that has read the widespread leak of Halloween Kills, then you know for a fact. Sorry, Jade and the dog are going at it. I can hear them from here. I can tell you that Halloween Kills almost, not quite, but almost takes place during real time. And I can tell you that Halloween Ends, at least according to this script, takes place on the same night, and it is basically in real time. So there you have it. Point number 1, Halloween Ends takes place on the same night. Where are we here? Oh. Mitchell, dude, sir, that is an extremely generous super chat. Certainly appreciate it. And dude, obviously when you super chat, it helps the channel, but we've just missed you having you in the chat, man. You don't need to super chat to be here all the time. Obviously, we appreciate it. It goes a long way to everybody here that puts in a lot of hard work. But we've missed having you around, dude, and I sincerely hope everything's okay on your end. I know we had a talk. You're still the man, dude, and I hope everything is going as well as it can for you. And if you have a question to go with that super chat, then please send one in. Halloween Ends takes place on the same night. Without further ado, let's pull in my comrade, the number 2 here at Fandom Empire. Let's unmute him. Mr. Tommy B, I knew you were going to grab that yellow fucking hoodie, man. Is that the only hoodie you have?
Am I that readable?
Do you not have a Halloween hoodie?
Hell no, I have no graphic hoodies. You know how freaking expensive those motherfucking things are? They want like $40, $50 for what?
Well, I mean, Mitchell here apparently wants to provide the whole Fandom Empire staff with Fandom Empire hoodies, so...
Nah, for real, I'm...
Do you, just question here, before you get into this, do you remember that night, and Mitchell, I apologize if I have the name wrong, or sorry, the number wrong, but do you remember the night that Mitchell dropped like almost $300 in Super Chats? I think it was almost $300.
I do remember one specific, very massive night. It was very surprising, very eye-opening to the, I guess we could say, the investment that, you know, our community wants to have in keeping this channel going, and all of the offerings that are put out there that we all come together, enjoy, and discuss, and all that good stuff.
Mitchell's actually Jason Blum. He's sending his agents up here to Canada right now, although they wouldn't be able to get across the border. I'm in trouble, guys. Somebody say, no, I'm kidding. Mitchell is...
You kidding with that kind of money?
Mitchell has the number. He says it was $357. You would think with a memory like that, he might expect to be paid back for it or something. No, Mitch, that was truly, truly kind, sir, and we have never forgotten it. I knew it was around there somewhere. Tommy, briefly here, because we got some more points to get to. We only got another 35, 40 minutes to talk at most. Are you surprised at all that Halloween Ends takes place on the same night as Halloween Kills?
No, I think it's very fitting that, you know, the whole Blumhouse trilogy is set to be technically, you know, one day, one night for all the main events. Time will be a little funny, I think, in some ways, because when you put the movies side by side, I mean, you said it yourself, basically real time. So yeah, that's kind of a night, but it's also it's going to be quite a bit. I mean, what's the run time for 2018? Like an hour and a half?
Oh, I thought you were about to ask me the run time for Halloween Ends.
As if we have that. Yeah, we could take a guess.
Well, you know, we might have some information pertaining to that we can get to in a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. Halloween 2018, I think, comes in around an hour and 45 minutes or so.
So multiply that by 3. You know, 3, an hour and a half.
I don't think you can do that, though, because 2018 definitely does not take place in real time. And even Kills doesn't take place in real time, but it's as close to real time as it gets. $20 super chat in from Brandon. I don't know if I know a Brandon, and it's not showing his whole name, which is kind of irritating. But yeah.
It's showing Shields for me, Brandon
Shields. Well, thank you for the support, Brandon.
Shields.
That's
appreciated. We appreciate the support.
Let's get to the next point. Kieran says super sticker. They need some Rick and Morty super stickers on here. Not that I'd know what any of them are, but I mean, this kind of goes with the first point. Halloween Kills picks up almost immediately following the last image we see from Halloween Kills. So Halloween Kills goes off air. Halloween Ends comes on air. And it's almost right where we left off. Which shouldn't really be surprising because it almost has to be if it's going to be in the same night. By the way...
there's not that much time. Well, Can't say that.
Like, can anybody debate this? When you look at this just as a singular night, Michael's fucking busy. Like, that's one hell of a... The guy popped up on Monster Energies. He's got some Red Bulls going on, some 5-hour energies. He's going to need something.
Mikey on Halloween is being like Santa on Christmas Eve. He busy.
Mitchell's going to... Mitchell's actually funding Michael Myers' Night of Terror. Mitchell...
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's good.
All right, let's get to the next point. And I've actually spoken about this one before, so this one's not a shocking revelation. There are characters in Halloween Ends that play somewhat of a significant role that do not appear in Halloween Kills or Halloween 2018. So let's reiterate that. There are characters in Halloween Ends that you are not going to see in Halloween Kills. You might hear about some of them. You're not going to see them in Halloween Kills. You're not going to see them, or you didn't see them in Halloween 2018, but they definitely have some significant things to do in Halloween Ends. I just want to say, even though, by the way, 145 people in this chat, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Obviously, the financial support's great, but when I see the chat consistently moving and I see guys talking, guys and gals talking amongst each other, it shows anybody who ever tries to tell you that you can't do something, that you can't build a community and can't, do something on YouTube or Twitter or Twitch or wherever, tell them to go fuck themselves, because you absolutely can. And the communication and just brotherhood that I see in the chat sometimes is just fantastic. Mitchell Kinley says, Jason Blum 2PWQ. Tupac? 2021. I was like, Jason Blum and Tupac, huh? Mitchell sends in a $15 super chat, no message attached other than his Jason Blum 2021. All righty, let's keep this thing up. Actually, Tommy, quickly, surprise you at all that there's characters that are in Halloween Ends that aren't in the previous two movies that have significant things to do?
No, not really. I'm not quite ready to, float out speculations about that, but...
Oh, you're above speculating now. I see.
There have been, we've been talking buzzings about, what if this person does this or this person does that for a while. So I guess just the whole idea that, hey, we're going to get something completely out of the left field from Ends just isn't that surprising.
No, but I do think some of the things that we have to read over the next half an hour or so are going to be surprising to some people. I think it's going to make some people go, wait a second. I really do think it's going to surprise some people. And let's continue to get at it. Matt Whitfield, chat mod here, sends in a $15 super chat. He says Harnett and Harris, LOL. Wow. Toronto Freddy says, such great support for a channel that represents a guy who goes around taking people's lives. Oh, my God. Toronto Freddy. Mr. Freddy is in prime form again tonight. You got to love Toronto Freddy. And you're going to love him more when you get to see what he's going to do with us a little later this year. Mitchell says twist coming. Mitchell, you have no idea, sir. Or maybe you do. Which, by the way, Mitchell is not the source. I have had people ask me if Mitchell is the source. He is not. Just to clear Mitchell's name. All right, let's get back to this. This should go without saying. The version of this script is from May 2020. Which means it may not be the final version of the script because they haven't begun shooting. I can almost guarantee it will not be the final version of the script. However, I guarantee you there will be lots of things that are in this script, if not 95% of them, that you will see in the movie. Just because I trust the people that have provided us concrete info before. Why wouldn't we? All right, here we go. This is a big one. Everybody knows that there is a flashback in Halloween Kills. I think we've spoken about it enough on this channel that people have probably gotten irritated when we even bring it up. So we'll bring it up again for shits and gigs. The flashback in Halloween Kills, at least in the 92-page version of the script, takes place... It takes up about 20% of the script. It's not like, oh, we're flashing back to 1978 for 2 minutes and we're done. No, as we said off the top, when someone sent in a super chat, Halloween Kills as a movie does not work without the flashback. Tommy, you've read the script. Do you not agree without that flashback, Halloween Kills doesn't work the way that it's presented?
So I would say the Halloween Kills would still have elements that would make it an exciting movie. However, I would say, based off of what I think you and I are both, putting together in our minds of what Halloween Kills is going to ideally be, if it's, just strung together right. Yes, that flashback is significant. Significant to say the least.
It is. It is. And you're probably wondering why we're talking about a Halloween Kills flashback. Toronto Freddy says, drop some likes, you mother Canuckers. I know most of you guys are not Canadian, and you know that I am Canadian, so I like using the term mother Canucker. But seriously, drop some likes. Kieran says, podcast, The Slaughtered Lamb movie podcast is awesome for movie reviews. Darren and Frank Riker knock it out of the park every time. And I'm really, really happy to announce that Tommy and I will be doing 2 more watch-alongs with those guys. One in March, another one in April. Movies still to be determined. Blumhouse Countdown, my sister Sean. Wait, Mitchell, your sister is Jules, the one that constantly retweets us on Twitter? Sorry, this is huge if so, because there is a lady, at least I think it's a lady, on Twitter who retweets a lot of my stuff, Dave McRae stuff, Jimmy Champagne stuff, the Wham stuff. So, yeah. Marcus Hicks sends in a $20 super chat. Marcus Hicks was one of our very first joiners to our Patreon. He says, have you guys listened to part 1 of the James Jude Courtney interview with Halloween Daily News? I have indeed, and we will talk about that. It won't be on tonight's stream, but we will talk about that. There is definitely some information to pick apart there, but you got to give James some credit. For a guy who's been primarily just a stuntman, he is really good at keeping his mouth shut and not letting loose lips sink ships. All right, so the flashback. For those of you that can't wait for the flashback in Halloween Kills, we got some good news for you. In Halloween Ends, guess what? There is another significant flashback. In Halloween Ends, not only is there a significant flashback, there's callbacks as well. But we're not done revisiting that original timeline. And I'll be honest, I don't know to what extent, because I asked for a bullet point form and to try to be as non-spoiler as possible. I gotta say, I talked to Ray a little bit about this today too, Tommy. I'm so tempted to just go back and read the whole thing, but it's like, it's 2 years away potentially. Maybe it's only a year and a half. We don't really know. But it could be 2 years away. Mitchell with another $15 super chat because he's the man tonight. What if Mitchell is actually Intel Wild on a different account? I could see it. Intel and Mitchell. They're going to go.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah.
So in Halloween Ends, we're going to go and have another flashback. Depending on how the rest of the stream goes, there could be more information on that. One moment. I got a message, Zach. So
I was messaging earlier out there in the chat. I hope everyone's having a fine day. All that good stuff. I was just flipping through Pluto TV, if you ever heard of that. And
I have not.
You
heard
that?
Pluto's not a. I heard Pluto's not a. Let's try this again. I heard that Pluto is no longer a planet. Anyway.
So I was just turning. It's not the first time I've noticed it, but they have like their own little specialty channels they put together for like movies and all. They got action, I think romance, all that stuff. and then they have horror, and I saw Halloween was on, H2O to be exact, and then Resurrection followed it. But I turned H2O just on because what the hell? I'm flipping through channels. I watched something for a few minutes, and I watched it the whole movie.
You watched H2O again, over again?
Yeah, I watched it, and I watched the beginning of Resurrection, and
God, just
and then
stop.
we see the
stop.
Then we see the end. Then we see where Michael leaves the sanitarium, and then the movie just goes downhill from there. So I'm just like, I'm shutting this off.
I didn't think it was uphill before that.
I feel like the clown mask guy, he's pretty cool. That whole thing they do with him, like admiring the killers. It's an interesting interaction, but it definitely ruins the ending of H2O. That's all you can say.
Yeah, it does, but I think they knew what they were getting into with that. Jamie Lee Curtis knew what they were doing. Film Gordon tuning in and says, "Hey Sean, I've seen 6 episodes of Supernatural. I understand why you love it. It's friggin' awesome." Well, the good news is, dude, you got 321 episodes to go. So let me know how that goes, man. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to some bullet points. Let's talk some more Halloween ends. I don't think I missed a super chat. The last one, I believe, was Marcus Hicks and Mitchell again with a $15 one. Halloween ends, and this is going to make some of our patrons really, really nervous. Halloween Ends features 2, not 1, but 2 significant cameos. Halloween Ends features not 1, but 2 significant cameos. And I know immediately the people that follow us on people that are a part of our Patreon are going, they're probably sitting there doing this right about now when they hear us say that. No. Frank Riker is in the house. He's just not talking. I know he's not a big spoiler guy, and we're not talking spoilers. Horror Talk Discord. Somebody came in being a bad boy again.
What did you do? I missed it.
I didn't. I missed it either. It's probably Devontae or some other schmuck. I did miss a super chat. Pardon me. $5 super chat in from Matt Whitfield says, more points. Yeah, you're right. Tampa Bay did score more points than Green Bay in that playoff game. Now you're coming along. But yeah, 2 significant cameos in Halloween Ends, and I know everyone's going, oh, please don't let it be Harrison Harnett. No comment. No comment on that yet. And yeah, Jade just messaged our staff chat being like, Frank's a ninja. Frank is a ninja. All right, here's another one. This one's a little more significant, so let's dive into it. Halloween Ends is structured very differently than Halloween Kills in Halloween 2018. Now, we've talked about how Halloween Kills feels and is structured differently from 2018. Well, they have gone and done the same with Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends is not like Halloween Kills. It's not like Halloween 2018. You're getting 3 different movies put into its own trilogy, basically. Or can you call it a trilogy if it's technically sprung from Halloween 1978? I don't know.
I think so.
I think that's what, a quadrilogy?
I think these 3 movies stand on their own without 1978.
Uh-oh, Tommy. Here comes the hate. Toronto Freddy says he heard it's a resurrected Donald Pleasance. Zombie Pleasance, Freddy. Mitchell in with another $15 super chat. Mitch, I see you got a baseball diamond in your display picture. Which diamond is that? Just a random diamond, or who you cheering for, man? Obviously, I'm a Jays guy. You've seen me on here with my Jays hat before. Anyways, the movie Halloween Ends is structured very differently from 18 and Kills. Halloween Ends is a very slow burn movie that leads to a desperate fight for survival during the last half of the movie. Halloween Ends is a slow burn movie where Halloween Kills is kind of like Halloween on steroids. While there's still suspense, and you get some of those, classic Halloween callbacks. We have been reporting here for a while. Halloween Ends is more intimate. It's more personal. It's more story driven. And that turns out to be the case. So happy that one came out. What else do we got here, Tommy B? Actually, quickly, since we don't have too much time, are you surprised that we're going to go from the powerhouse that's Halloween Kills, where everybody dies? Okay, well, not everybody, but basically, everybody. Random hobo on the corner of Smith and Queen, I'm going to kill you just 'cause. A lot of fucking people die in Halloween Kills. Not to say that a lot of people don't die in Halloween Ends, but I like the idea that we're going to have a second to breathe, because the one thing I gathered from whether it was reading the 2 Halloween Kills legit scripts or continuously getting reports on Halloween Kills is there's not a whole lot of time to be like there's no time to catch your breath with the way that movie's paced, at least on paper. Halloween Ends is very different.
Now, that's about what I was expecting. In my opinion, Kills is quite different on paper from what we know 2018 as. And I was really expecting Ends to be the exact same thing. I think each of these movies stands on their own as, an individual. But when put together, they form a cohesive trilogy telling that one night 40 years later. Ooh.
I forget who asked the question. Is it Pug Lover? I think, Pug Lover. I have a Halloween Kill script. How do I know it's real? The 2 number 1 ways to know that is on the front. It will read Green McBride Teams, and it's likely 92 pages and or 117. 92 pages and or 117. Kieran says, Sean, is Loomis in the mall? Well, he wasn't in Halloween 2018, so that's out already. His voice is. Do you count his voice? I guess you have to. You know what? This is kind of creepy. Kieran, I'll show you the next time you're over, brother, but kind of creepy that Kieran says this, because this one's a big one. Most people already know that Dr. Loomis is back in Halloween Kills. Well, again, according to this script, because we're so far out, I'm still a little nervous about talking about this stuff, just because so much can change. At least with Kills had been shot. Halloween Ends has not been shot. Not to say, we're going to change the movie because some schmuck from Canada, went and babbled his mouth to 150 people, but didn't actually give away any spoilers. In Halloween Ends, Dr. Loomis is back. Not in the real time. Come on, he'd be like 179 years old. But Dr. Loomis is supposed to appear in Halloween Ends, so take that for what it's worth. I don't think that's a shocking spoiler because you hear him in 18, you see him in Kills, and why not? And Toronto Freddy says to the chat, come on, guys, 147 people watching. Let's get the likes to 100. Can we get the likes to 100 people? Let's click that thumbs up button. You want some more points? Should we just stop here? Do we want to stop here, or do we want to give some more love and keep reading the bullet points? Because by my calculations, Tommy B, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 more bullet points to go over. Who wants to go over 7 more bullet points? Click that like button. Keep sending in your love. Jim Barno. Jimmy, how's it going, brother? Long time no speak. Actually, not really. We just spoke before the show. Do you guys think Kills has the potential to be the best sequel in the franchise history? I do. I don't know enough about Ends to say that about Ends, but I do.
I do as well.
This should come to no surprise just from marketing and money and, product placement and merchandising. Michael Myers' mask will have noticeable changes in Halloween Ends from Halloween Kills. How utterly shocking. You know, God knows they want to get those Trick or Treat Studios masks out there again and get their mecha toys out there and all that stuff.
Spoiler alert, we're going back to the eyeliner.
Oh, no. No! Fuck the eyeliner. Fuck the resurrection mask, too.
And the eyes are going to get even wider.
Oh, so you're just going to fuse the resurrection mask with the H2O mask? That's where we're going with our originality tonight?
Yes, exactly. In fact, the eyes are going to be so wide, it's going to be just one big eyeball.
Joe says, "Hi guys, great show. As a person who works in the film industry, I wonder who leaked the script, as we all sign contracts that will sue us for leaking anything." Well, Joe, I don't know what you do in the industry, but I'm sure you know there are leaks about almost every major motion picture out there. An NDA doesn't stop anybody from doing anything. The same thing, like, I don't know why Blumhouse feels the need to... and I'm going to talk about this a little bit at the end, but Blumhouse has this need to do test screenings, and it's almost like, how do I put it? Why the fuck do you need to do a test screening for Halloween? Because do you know what happened after Halloween 2018? Everybody ran to their computer to spoil the movie for everybody. Do you know what happened with Halloween Kills? Same fucking shit. Do you know what's going to happen with Halloween Ends? Same shit. Sadly, it doesn't matter what a piece of paper says. Someone's going to go open their mouth to somebody, and it's obviously somebody on the production that does that. I'm not just saying this to save our source's ass, but I can tell you that it's not our source that gets a hold of the shit and leaks it. It just gets to him, and then he gets it to us, and that's sort of how it works. It's not like we're not like here. We'll call him Bob. Hey, Bob. Here's some cheddar cheese if you leak us some stuff. It's not like that. That's not how it works. Mike is... hang on, Jade wants me to look at a comment. Mitchell Kenley says, when is the new Halloween Kills date? Jason Blum loves Sean and Tommy. Well, I highly doubt Jason Blum has the time to watch us. And I'm quite positive even if Jason Blum was watching us, I respect the hell out of the guy and the fact that there's not enough people out there that are following his lead in the movie industry in terms of how to make low-budget films and make a major profit off them, not to mention the power of some of the work. It's really, really good. But I'm pretty sure if Jason Blum ever seen us on here, one, he'd probably laugh and probably make fun of a Canadian accent that I don't think exists. And two, I'm pretty sure he think we're full of shit, to an extent anyway. But even Blum's got to know that his movie's everywhere, and it's certainly not because of us. We're way too small time for that. But yeah, no, it's got to be frustrating. But at the end of the day, like, I talked to somebody who works for a much bigger studio than Blumhouse this morning, and I said, loose lips sink ships. It was literally a poster that was on the set of The Force Awakens. Kevin Smith has talked about this on Fat Man and Batman. Loose lips sink ships. Obviously, it didn't stop people from fucking leaking Star Wars shit, because every other day making Star Wars had, this is what happens, this is what happens, this is what happens. So, I don't think Jason Blum would give a rat's ass what we think. Mitchell says Jason is looking right now. Well, I would say, hey, Jason, how's it going? And Jesse says Jason's hot. And, hit us up. Hit us up. Not to mention, guys, think about it this way. If Jason Blum was really watching right now, and I don't know if he is or not, all this is doing is generating publicity for his films. I know everybody's like, oh, studios don't like it when YouTubers do this or YouTubers do that. It's free publicity. There's 150 people in here right now just waiting for breadcrumbs on this shit.
Totally. I'm someone who tends to be of the mind, not necessarily any we receive, but certain figures, certain studios likely orchestrate their own leaks. You know, they might do it quietly.
Oh, they do. Disney's all over Reddit, and the people that don't believe it is just absolutely mind-boggling. Like, I cannot believe how many people that don't understand that these studios have people that watch social media. Like,
yeah, they some, you know, big time ops have whole departments for that shit. I mean,
no, they do. They do.
That's where the money is. That's where the money is.
So, all right. There is something that happens towards the end of Halloween Kills. This is a sad moment. I'm out of my drink. By the way, if Jason Blum is in the chat right now, you got a, poor Canadian and a poor American on here doing our thing. Why don't you send some super chat love to us? I mean, you're a millionaire, right? So, if you want. Anyway, at the end of Halloween Kills, there is this moment that happens, or at least towards the end, that reintroduces a supernatural element that I would argue was missing during 2018. In 2018, I think a lot of people identify Michael as just the guy in the mask, perhaps just an essence of the boogeyman, as Aaron says. Toronto Freddy says Jason Blum looks like Johnny Knoxville. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on when. There's this part in Halloween Kills that reintroduces a supernatural element, and that supernatural element carries over into Halloween Ends, almost as like a puzzle that needs solving. Halloween Ends, supernatural elements do exist. It's not completely grounded. Art Wishwood says no drinking. I know. I'm thirsty too. This is terrible. Intel Wild says, look at Tommy B pimping that yellow hoodie. All right, Intel, spill the beans. Are you actually Mitchell? Are you working off of 2 accounts right now? We got 10 minutes left, guys. 10, maybe. Well, I told Zach that we might go live for Fandom News Now at 9:45 because the chat is just amazing right now, and it's going fantastic. Who wants to get to a few more bullet points here before we go off? I'm up for some bullet points. Who else is up for some bullet points? 150 people, 110 likes. Can we get the likes up to 120, guys? Can we get the likes up to 120?
Suddenly the likes go to 110.
Let's aim for 120 on the likes. And by the way, if you haven't yet, just a reminder, because some people forget this shit, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because God knows it's almost March. Things are going to be crazy from now till October. There's going to be so much that comes out. Oh, thank God, my savior.
Nope, it's in the Baby Shark cup.
She's forcing me to drink out of a Baby Shark cup. This is humiliating.
Yeah, for real. Put it on camera a little bit bigger so we can all see.
Can you... Oh, I don't want to put it over the Rodecaster Pro in case I spill it.
Don't do that. That wouldn't be
I think
good.
that's big enough. I'm drinking out of a Baby Shark cup. Do, 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 do. Anybody have kids? Anybody have this song stuck in their head? I know it's stuck in mine. Can we get some super chats for the Baby Shark cup? A cameo for the Baby Shark cup? Intel Wild says, Intel and Mitchell are completely separate. Lies, I tell you.
Well, now are they completely separate like Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker?
Are we going there? Are we really going there? Jim wants to know if we'll get a poster soon. I still think it's too soon for that stuff, Jim. Yeah. Blumhouse Production says, what do you want from me? You know, but I'd be really curious if that is actually Blumhouse Productions. In which case, welcome to the stream. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to have you here. Horror Guy 78 for the Baby Shark Cup. The Baby Shark Cup. I mean, if that is Blum, which I have no idea if it is, I think I can speak for everybody in saying, release the trailer, please, or a poster or something.
No, that's not the name of their studio. Or their studio. That's not the name of their YouTube channel.
Could be his own personal one, but I highly doubt it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Jason Blum has better things to do than to watch our ugly mugs on here right now. Sorry, an old friend just messaged me. Blumhouse Production says, I usually do Twitter, but do you have any questions for me? Blum, Jason. No, seriously, if for some reason, place, time, or thingy that's a real account, then awesome. Happy to have you here. That'd be a moment. Come on the channel, you know. They did that thing with Fandom Entertainment in the fall, which was just brutal and terrible. And oh, Tommy's gone. Tommy, you with us? Blum just got the stream shut down. Release the trailer. I think Tommy's back. Do we got Tommy back? Yeah, he's back. His camera's doing that weird ass shit, but he's back. You look like you went all dark on me, man. I'm just going to sit you down in this corner over here. Sorry.
Maybe it's just always dark.
I look like I'm full of myself now because my window's so big and your camera shrunk, but the second I make your camera bigger, it's just going to do that glitch thing. So my advice for Blumhouse would be stop the leaks. Stop doing test screenings. You guys don't need it. Trust in yourselves. And go change the ending to Halloween Kills because the last still is just awful. Yeah. Anyway.
Hater.
Where do we have here? Let's keep at this. We have a few more bullet points to get to. You know, in this movie, from what I understand, it's far more about mystery and suspense than the previous two. There's a lot of questions that need to be... Mitchell, I can't answer that on the stream, sir. I can't. You've been more than kind enough, but you might want to hit me up privately for that. So, Toronto Freddy says, Blumhouse, how about a very generous super chat? Yeah, Blumhouse, let's just, you know, what's in here so far? Like $2.90 or some shit? $2.85. Why doesn't Blumhouse match the super chats that's already in there? God knows he has it. Kieran says, got a call. What did I miss? Tommy being Tommy. That's what you missed. Whatever that means. But yeah, no, it's built on more suspense, more mystery. There's questions that need to be answered. Here we go. Here's another one. A couple of unanswered questions from Halloween Kills. That's right. In Halloween Kills, you're going to be left hanging and waiting, and there's things that happen that don't get answered in that movie. They will get answered in the following movie. That's not much of one. But to me, here's the three major ones that I'm going to reveal for now. We only got 3 more to do. We got to 120 likes. Thank you, everybody. We're at $284 American in super chats. Do you think we'll hit $300 American in super chats by the end of this stream? We're $15.10 away, Tommy.
That would be fantastic now, wouldn't it?
$15.10 away from $300 American. Let's see if we can hit it. And let's see if we can get those likes up to 125. We're at 120 now. 3 to go. Let's do this. So, again, next chat, $200. I would be stunned, Mitch, if someone randomly dropped a $200 super chat. I don't even think that's an option. I think the highest you can do is 100. I could be wrong on that one, though. Anyway, next time, $300. I think you can only super chat $100 at once, Mitch. I could be wrong on that, though. Intel Wild, $15.10. Just so that he can be like, yeah, it was me. Fuck y'all. You gotta love Intel. I know I do. You know, I'll be look, I'm 420 friendly. I'll be sitting outside, which is legal in Canada, by the way. I'll be sitting outside at night, vaping away, and Intel will be doing his thing, having some shots, and I'll be vaping. And I'm pretty sure half the time when I'm messaging him, it'll be just gibberish. I probably talk so much gibberish to Intel he gets sick of me, but Intel Super Chat Excalibur voice, Kieran says. Mitchell says we will double it up. We're going to double up $300, Mitch? I highly doubt that. Plumhouse Production says check out Vigil coming out on February 26th. Intel says you can do a $500 super chat. I think that depends on the channel, Intel. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure that ours is only set up for 100.
We're still in the minor leagues.
Yeah, we're in the minor leagues.
We can't have big $500 super chats.
I mean, hey, if someone drops a $500 super chat right now, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not going to object it, but I don't think anybody should be donating anything unless they can afford it. We're all going through a pandemic right now, and I hope everybody is being as safe as they can. And I've talked openly about my mental health struggles over the last month and a half or so during this pandemic. There's 144 people in here. I guarantee you there's at least a dozen of those people that are mentally struggling night in, night out with what's going on in the world. Just know, even though you might not be talking about it right now, that this channel does care about it, and we care about it, and we care about you, regardless if you're donating anything or not. Hold your head up high. I do truly believe better times are coming. Like October 15th! Anyway, and I actually still don't believe it's going to be October 15th for what it's worth. Kieran says he needs one of those $500 super chats on his Rick and Morty show. Tommy B says he's got you covered for $5,000.
Where's that coming from?
Ends bullet point, says Jay. I'm still waiting for the super chat money to be doubled up, right? We got a couple more to go here. All right, so this one stunned me. I want everybody, okay, I'm going to say the next bullet point, okay? After I say the bullet point, I want everybody who's watching right now, if you're actually interested in what we're talking about, to comment in the chat and let us know what you think of this bullet point, because this one has me confused as fuck. Okay? And that is, again, these are bullet points from a script that's from May 2020. It is not the final script. It does not mean that all this stuff is going to be in the movie. However, I think that there's probably a pretty damn good chance it is going to be in the movie, but if anything changes between now and then, you can bet your ass we'll be right there with it. Mitchell says 2021 Twitter jewels will be on top. Whatever you say, Mitch, we got your back. Is that from the pimp business, Sean? I don't have a pimp business, man. That's Tommy. You're getting me and Tommy confused. He's the skinny guy. I'm the fat one. He's American. I'm Canadian. He's wearing that bright piss yellow hoodie, and I'm wearing my wannabe Kieran long sleeve sweater. So I dream all the time about being just like Kieran. Anyway,
whoa.
I want everybody's thoughts on this bullet point in the chat right now.
I want you to tell us a little more about your dreams of being more like Kieran.
That's strictly for OnlyFans. In the Halloween Ends flashback, at least according to the script, we flash back to 1979. We flash back to 1979. When I read that, it made me want to go read the whole thing entirely and not bullet points. It made me go, why? Why on earth would we be flashing back to 1979? What reason is there for us to see anything that happens 1 year after the events of the original Halloween movie? I have no idea. None. The only thing that comes to mind is what people are saying in the chat right now is I think in 2018 we find out that the court case was in 1979 with Michael. That could be some deep cut shit. Byron says, why? I'm confused. Me too. On one level, I kind of hope it doesn't happen because you're starting to play with fire. Like, I hope it's not Michael escaped the following year. I don't know how I'd feel about that. But if we're going to flash back to the court case and that's how we see Loomis again, I think that's intriguing. Maybe we see Michael just from behind. I have no information on how long it is. But yeah. Kieran says, can they flash back to Loomis as a hippie partying with crazy Bible guy? Oh my God. Oops, wrong one. But yeah, no, apparently we flash back to 1979. Again, if there's any of these bullet points that make me go, I don't know about that one, is that one. How about you, Tommy?
Yeah, I raised my eyebrows a little bit initially, and it's certainly interesting. I guess the court thing is, a real possibility, but you would probably not want to see Michael in the middle of the proceedings because he's not going to be masked. So that's definitely one thing to take under consideration. But the possibility of seeing Loomis and maybe some kind of testifying of sorts, it's pretty interesting.
Byron Weaver says the dislikes are from Halloween 5 fans. I can't see dislikes on mine, so I'm guessing there's a few of them. It's probably Devontae and his crew. Antoine Nelson says, I read on Wikipedia, well, that's a mistake right there, Halloween Kills will be 124 minutes long and that the film's budget was $20 million. I can confirm that the film is not 124 minutes long and the film was not $20 million. It was actually more than that. So both of those things are out. Mitchell says, Jules loves you, Tommy. I don't know what the wifey's going to think about that. Tommy's happily married. I'm happily engaged. What kind of stuff is Mitchell trying to put on us here? He's trying to get us in trouble. All right, guys, 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left in the show. 2 more bullet points to go. If you have any other messages you want to send in, now's the time. Don't forget, hit the like button, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live next. There's 2 at Fandom Empire. There's 2 what? There's 2 what, Freddie? Help me out here. I don't know. There's 2 what, Freddie? I don't know. Anyways, 5 minutes to go, guys. If there's any other questions to come in, now's the time to do so. If you want to support the channel on that level, you can feel free to send in a super chat. And just keep up to date with everything we're going to do. The last 6 bullet points, though, are strictly for our Patreon supporters, which you can go and subscribe at Patreon to the Lampkin Lane level, specifically www.patreon.com/FandomEmpire. Lampkin Lane this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it because the biggest ones are for there. And it's not a cheap money grab because we're not spoiling anything either because eventually we will talk about them on the channel. You just have to have some patience. Where can I find the Halloween Kill script? It's basically everywhere. In fact, I had someone tell me yesterday that they found the 117-page kill script on Reddit. I think it was Reddit. So, yeah. Anyways, here we go, Tommy. We're about to wind things down here, brother. Fandom News Now is next. Can't wait for it. Val Pacino bitch. Sean looks like he smells like... He has severe body odor. His breath smells like shit. He has blah, 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 blah. Hey, Toronto Freddy, can you see that Val guy who has nothing better to do on his free time, who is actually secretly Devontae and doesn't like when other people get shit right? If you can dismiss him, or I mean, I suppose I can dismiss him. And you know what? Hang on. No, I believe it smell pretty good right now. I smell pretty good right now.
I can't even find that comment.
Oh, it's there. Val Pacino, bitch. It's there. I wonder if he's the guy that hacked the Twitter account. It'd be very unfortunate if he got caught hacking something and ended up in jail or charges pressed against him. That's right. One of our Twitter accounts got hacked. So, Antoine Nelson, do all legacy characters get the same amount of screen time? No, they're not the same, but there's definitely a lot of stuff out there. Halloween Kills, and I've said it 10,000 times, I'll say it 10,000 more times, is an ensemble film. Pug Lover says, I actually found the script in plain sight. Some dude thought it was fake, but it was real. There's a lot of people that are going to find it and think it's fake and it's real. It's just the way it is. Anyways, 2 last points to get to here. We're about to outro. Again, reminder, Lampkin Lane this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, live, exclusive for patrons. Lampkin Lane tier. Sign up today. Here we go, Tommy. Number 1, apparently there is a shocking revelation in Halloween Kills. Pardon me, Halloween Ends. Solid Saturday says, I don't see Val Pacino's comment anywhere. That's because our ninja man, Frank Riker, was on the job. Frank hasn't said a word in this stream. Who knows? Frank could think I'm full of shit too, but I think when he sees Halloween Kills, he'll realize I'm not. Now, I love Frank. We can't wait to do more with Frank and Darren. There's a shocking revelation, apparently. I don't know what that revelation is, but apparently it happens, and it's going to sort of make all the movies connect together. I don't know if that means I don't know if they're referring to the original movie as well, as much as they are this trilogy. And then the last one, last but not least, Tommy, and this is the one that I'm actually excited for, and our boy Frank Riker might be excited for, is the ending that everybody keeps predicting for Halloween Kills, or pardon me, Halloween Ends. That's the second time I've done that now. Everyone's like, well, I think it's a given that Halloween Ends is going to end like this, is in fact not the ending. The popular ending that everybody keeps pointing out there for Halloween Ends is not the ending for Halloween Ends, and that the ending may surprise almost everybody. And there you have it. The Halloween Ends ending is not the one that basically everybody, their granny, their uncle, their cousin's hamsters, fish, keep predicting for Halloween Ends. And I don't want to say what that is. You guys can figure it out yourself. Is not the ending to the movie, and people are going to be quite surprised with where it ends and how it ends. And literally, in big capital letters here in the email, controversial. The ending is controversial. And immediately I'm like, yes, I'm hoping. And now I'm even tempted to go back and read that script. I might do it, Tommy. I shouldn't, but I might. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Who knows?
I mean, already read this kill script. Why not?
Right? I'm not
What's
someone
it going to do? I mean, just reading a script isn't going to diminish your experience of the film, I wouldn't think. I mean,
I don't think it does. We'll have to wait and see. Next Gen Studio says it was Cochran the whole time. That was good. That'd be great. I'm stoked. I'm fucking stoked. I wasn't expecting this tonight. We were just going to do Q&A. KJ says controversial could be bad too. It could be. I'm tempted. I'm weak. I'm a weak man. I'm tempted to go read the script, Tommy. Actually, I can't. I'd need him to send it to me again because I deleted it. But I mean, he would.
You deleted it?
Dude, I literally told Intel Wild today when I was talking to him. I don't know if Intel wants us knows that. Toronto Freddy says, Cousins, Hamsters, Fish. We're going to sell that t-shirt, Freddy. It's going to be Cousins, Hamsters, Fish. And it's going to be a picture of Freddy holding his cousin's hands with a hamster over a fish bowl. Going to sell it. $100 a shirt. Anyway, that's it for Fandom Empire Live tonight. If you're new to the channel or not somebody that tunes in regularly, I'm going to guess there's going to be a lot more streams like tonight's leading into October, leading into 2022, maybe 2023 if it gets backed up. Who is Cochran? What? What do you mean, who is Cochran?
Whoa.
I'm offended.
That's a controversial comment.
I'm really offended at that one. Toronto Freddy says, what an outstanding stream. Love the community we're building here, guys. I know for a fact, as much as all you love Halloween, you love other shit too, and you love news. You love fandom news. So Tommy B, in about 2 seconds, hopefully, is going to post the link to Fandom News Now in the chat. Intel Wild says, yep, he deleted everyone. Yeah, but I could have it back literally with one email. So I'm a weak man. I cave when I see shit like that. It's like, oh, Force Awakens spoilers. I'm not reading.
I can't believe you friggin' deleted it as soon as you friggin' got it. You didn't even forward it to me first.
Oh, is that a thing? I'm supposed to forward you every email I get now?
Yes.
Do you want me to forward you my underoos too? Would that help? Do you want to see my underoos? My Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett underoos?
For everything.
Are you into that kinky shit, sir?
I didn't say I was the buyer.
Oh, it's all coming out, baby. It's all coming out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Don't forget, Fandom News Now is on in about 13 minutes' time. You'll be able to check it out. Please, please, please check that show out. Zach does a fantastic job over there. Spooky Guy has said, DM me a bunch of times. Mike, we have another show right after this one, so it'll be a bit. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it. This guy right here, this guy, Mike, Mr. Spooky Clemente in that chat made him. We have a lovely, lovely little image that we're going to show starting, next Tuesday, but I'll advertise it anyways. If you're looking to get a Halloween Kills mask made or other Halloween masks, Mask Maker Mike's the guy to go to. Spooky Clemente over on Twitter. Instagram. You see him in the chat right now. Hit him up. Halloween Demise coming, I think it's in 2021, Mike. I hope. Correct me. I don't know. Check him out. You'll be able to see an ad for his masks. I know we still got to get Toronto Freddy his. It's coming slowly but surely, along with everybody else. Hart Wishwood says 130 people, 129 likes, 1 dislike. It's all even now. It all comes down to numbers, Art. That's the way it usually goes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, for Tommy B., Matt Whitfield, Jade, Frank Riker, Kieran, and everybody else, I'm Sean. We'll see you next time. Fandom News Now's next Tuesday. The Rick and Morty Fan Show, 8 p.m. Eastern. Fandom Empire Star Wars Show, 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And the Lampkin Lane Patreon Show, Sunday, 9 p.m. We'll see you there, because that fucking guy right there, the Boogeyman, he's coming. Good night, everybody.